I'm Justin Shecker, 8 on your side.
Now, if
David,
it's illegal to do that on the water, I respect it because that's the law. I would just like to know the reasoning behind it.
well, I
I
mean,
just want to know like why they would say it's illegal. And if you're a fisherman or if you're someone that is up on that, please chime in on the chat or shoot us an email, give us a call, and school me because I mean I honestly don't know, and I'd like to know why that is.
well, we are live, right?
Can you not hear me?
No, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Well, just want to make sure because I had to refresh the chat and wanted to make sure.
Oh, it looks like we're off the air, maybe.
No, we shouldn't be. No, we're live.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, I got Bull and the bartender up next and started to play it.
No, we're live.
Get to work, hamsters, sons of bitches.
I was just kind of figuring what's going on with the viewers. We just sort of went down on viewers. I'm like, man, what's going on with that? So I don't know if we'd lost people.
Maybe this just was an interesting conversation.
I don't know. Sort of blew the wind out of
So
my
Donald
sails.
Trump's a fucking asshole.
Oh,
Let's
here
talk
we go.
about him.
By the way, Joel D. Wynkoop is going to join us on the show in about 15 minutes or so. I'm going to send him the Zoom. So once he's ready, we'll probably go to break, and then I'll get him onto the Zoom, and then we'll go on from there.
Sounds good,
Is
man.
that good for you? So I don't know if you're ready for like an interview or something like that.
No, I mean, I'm not, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Especially when you tell me like
Well,
3 hours before.
it just sort of, I was like thinking about, because we didn't do a show because you were back, so I didn't know how long, you could be able to sit up and do the show, So I was sort of planning to see if Joel can do it, and then I was like, kind of waited, and I waited, going back and forth because I didn't know if you would be okay to do this, for a 2-hour show. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Good.
So that's why I kind of like, would you
that's
like
that's
to?
why it's like, when you say I'm the host or whatever, it's if you have anything to bring, just say, hey, we're just doing this, and I'm cool with it. I'm not going to be like, no, you're not doing it. No, fuck you. I'm not going to be like that.
Hey, but you know what? It's called respect, my friend. And that's what a person. Even though I run the channel, right? It's just sort of respect for the person who's doing the show.
Yeah, and I appreciate that.
and
I mean,
that's-
I can adapt to
and that's
any
coming
kind of
from-
situation. I told you that
Yeah.
ahead of time that my prep was a little light this week, and I tried to bust something out for you.
Yeah.
So I
gotcha.
mean, you adapted and you had the backup plan, and it's a
Yeah.
good plan, and we're a team.
Well, I mean, like I said, it's your show, so whatever you want to talk
Appreciate
about. All right, so Trump is an asshole, and according to you, and why is he an asshole this week?
No, he's just an asshole. I was just trying to
Okay.
get the viewers back. It seems like that's engaging.
All right,
When me and you go back and forth about Trump. I mean, we could, but I
because you had some.
tried my best to not be political this week.
Why?
I don't know. It's just I don't want to beat a dead horse with
Oh,
the same. I mean, I could bag on him every week. I mean,
Uh-huh.
but only that's going to garner a certain amount of people to listen that agree with me. The people that don't agree with me are not going to want to engage and just listen to me babble on about what stupid shit he did this week, unless they wanted to call in and have an argument about it, which I'm all for. But trying to do different things, man. Trying to bring different types of content, not the same thing every week. Not everyone's into politics. So, we have different local stories going on, different things going on. So I figured, hey, let's change it up a little bit.
all right.
That's
so,
why I was asking Lionell the phone call earlier if he liked the format or if he wanted to switch it up a little bit. I'm trying to get that listener feedback on that.
Oh, live.
Yeah, sure. Get it live. If there's something that they don't like, tell me live. I don't care. I'm
All right.
all for constructive criticism. If I sound like a jackass, tell me I sound like a jackass. I mean, if there's something that you want to hear more of or hear less of, say it.
813
Doing the show to try to be entertaining for the audience.
419 3602 is the phone number to call. and the man Belly is sort of getting his thoughts out on the air, which is good. I mean, this is what drives the show because it shows you how live it is.
Yeah, man, I'm not gonna, I just don't want to listen or have people listen that agree with me. I want all sorts of people to listen and engage and not be afraid to call and say, hey, I disagree with you because of this, no matter what we're talking about. Right. There could be someone that got offended by something I said about the shark situation that we just talked about. Call in and tell me, and let's have a conversation about it. We're just trying to have conversation, crack a few jokes here and there, try to be informative when we can, and just have a good time of bullshit.
That's right, my friend. That's the premise of all these shows.
Yeah, man.
But all right, so the shark head was cut off, found on Davis Island, which is like right behind Tampa General, and which is isn't there like an airport right there as well, like a small municipal airport?
That might be. I'm not honest or 100% sure.
I think there is. Honestly. Sorry, I'm sending Joel a thing so that way he can join the show.
I got you. But not to beat a dead horse. One thing I was going to bring up, I just do a quick little COVID stat. As everyone knows, I live in Plant City. Plant City Hospital, I just checked it today, only has 4 hospital beds total. And 4% of the population in Plant City is positive with COVID-19. Has been or is currently positive with COVID-19.
So are we losing respirators? Are we losing hospital beds? From your standpoint, what is the status going forward from this point?
I didn't check respirators, but I did look at hospital beds. Hillsborough County has 16.22% hospital beds total available and 11.73% ICU beds. So I don't know what the normal range is, but to me that seems kind of low available. And like I said, only 4 hospital beds total in Plant City, the Plant City Hospital, which that always has room. So Plant City is getting hit pretty hard. And I know a lot of the cases, because we have a testing site here, I think if I read correctly that it's attributed to where you get tested, then later on the numbers may adjust depending on where you live. Like if someone couldn't find a testing facility that lived in Tampa and they came to Plant City, initially it's a Plant City case, and then they move it to Tampa, and one gets added to Tampa and one less for Plant City. I think that's how it works.
Now, have you gone to the Plant City testing site?
I've driven by it. It's right across the street from the courthouse.
Now, when did you go to? I guess you went to the Tampa one to go get tested.
Yeah, because I did it at the very beginning when this first thing all started. So it was only at Raymond James.
Now, how was that? How was the wait time for that?
I had an appointment and I got up. I knew it was going to be crazy busy because the day before they ran out of tests in like an hour. So I got up at like 6 o'clock in the morning and I was in the car by 6:30 and I was waiting in line at the stadium. So I was like the third car to get in.
That's a very short wait time, because I've also heard that it's been like 5 hours.
Oh yeah, I'm sure now a lot more people are. Like, we got to remember too, when I got tested, we weren't testing nearly as much. I mean, we are testing more now. To go with the more cases that we have, but to get an appointment, you had to go through. I don't know if they still do it, like a rigorous questionnaire. You had to meet certain criteria to even get an appointment. When I had my test done.
See, I don't know. I've never been, tested. Hopefully, this is Joel on the phone. I don't know. Let me see. Joel, is this you?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, there he is.
Someone that sounds clear on the phone. Thank you.
Can I mute you just for a second so we can finish up what we're doing, and then I'll properly intro you? Or are you ready right now?
What's that?
Are you ready right now?
I'm here right now. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll just do it. We'll roll with it. Is that all right with you, Belly?
Yeah, man, that's good.
All right, so
Even
here
though
we
you sound
go.
like mush mouth. Let's go. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
your buddy sounds really good, but Bull, you sound terrible.
Yeah, but I mean, and again on the
Sound
playback,
like
it
you
sounds
swallowed Drano.
really.
He
Yeah.
did.
You did.
I did. I'm sorry.
Daniel
right.
sounds good though.
So
Thank you.
on the Zoom call in is Joel D. Wynkoop, the Joel D. Wynkoop, and I had your, sort of demo reel kind of chiming in right here to kind of introduce you.
This just in. An invasion is going to occur at the Tampa Convention Center on Saturday, May 24th. A sci-fi invasion. Scout Prime 2008. From Buck
This is a
Rogers,
part from your demo reel. I was gonna play you up and sort of introduce you, really well. You know what I mean? But it's okay. Because you know what? Joel D. Wynkoop is a very big Hollywood independent star, and he is on the phone with us. Belly, say hello to Joel D. Wynkoop.
Mr. Wynkoop, pleasure.
Hey, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you tonight, sir?
I'm doing okay.
I want to thank you for taking a few moments here to out of your schedule to talk with two patsies like me and Bull. Appreciate it.
Oh no, you guys are awesome.
Thanks. We appreciate that. So I'm looking at your IMDb, Joel. It says you're a veteran B movie horror actor. Is that something that like a lot of people, maybe layman's or whatnot, when they hear B movie, is that something that you take offense to, or something that you embrace, or if someone's a layman and they hear about B movies, can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, no, B movies is even, Empire of the Ants, which was done back in 71, I think, with Joan Crawford. And B movies are all, like Evil Dead was a B movie, but it's like, so all B movies, all that means it's a low budget movie, but the range can be from anywhere up to, are they here? Okay, sorry. So basically just a B movie, all that means it's a low budget. It could be $600. It could be, the $100,000 is still a low budget movie in comparison to, $10 billion or something to make a movie. Right. So when I got tagged with that name from alternative cinema back in 1996, no, I thought it was kind of cool. I was like, because then I would think about it, yeah, King of the B movies. And people are like, don't you want to be King of the A movies? And I go, I got no regrets or anything, any bad feelings about saying, oh, King of the B movies, they're only saying the B movies, that sucks. No, because that's what and that's why when I see a lot of actors, they're like maybe Johnny Depp would be like, oh, I don't talk about Nightmare on Elm Street, or even Kevin Bacon, I don't talk about Friday the 13th, that sucked, I'm big time. I would always say, oh yeah, I remember when I did Creep, that was awesome, I had a blast doing that movie. And with all my movies, I've enjoyed doing, all my movies. So the King of the B movies, that, I just think I think it's kind of neat. I mean, yeah, somebody I want King of the A movies. Well, I haven't done any real A movies. The biggest movie I did was Truth or Dare and probably Herschel Gordon Lewis's The Auto Show. Those are the biggest budgets I've worked on. Then of course a bunch of television commercials, and yeah, so the low budget aspect, that doesn't bother me. It's kind of cool where someone, I get seen on the street and someone, hey, there's King of the B movies, and I saw your television. And one guy stopped me downtown by the Verizon building, and he goes, I was in my suit, so he's probably watching my TV show or my talk show when I would always wear a suit. And he saw me in the street down there, and he goes, Mr. Wynkoop. And I turned, and he goes, oh, I can't believe it's you. I'm meeting you. How you doing? And he came right over and shook my hand. He's like, can you come say hi to my wife? And I go, sure. And he goes, would you sign this for me? And I'm like, sure. And then met, my wife and I were at a McDonald's, and the guy next to me kind of looked at me, and then he looked away, and I told my wife, I go, he probably recognizes from, doing Hollow Scream. He's going to say something, but he looked away. And then he looks right back and he goes, I'm sorry, but are you in a movie called Dirty Cop, No Donut? And I go, depends if you liked it. He goes, I loved it. It's my favorite movie. I go, yeah, that's me. Because I knew it was you. I knew everybody. This Dirty Cop, No Donut right here. Can I get your autograph on my receipt? And I'm like, yeah. So those things to me are a big deal. Somebody on Facebook the other night goes, man, I've been watching your career since I was, and yeah, it makes you feel old, but I'm okay with that. He's like, I've been watching your movie since high school. I was in a movie shoot in Minnesota, and they were working out a fight scene. And I go, Jason, look, do you mind if I say something? He goes, are you kidding? No, please tell us. He goes, I've been watching your movies since I was in high school. I saw you in Truth or Dare. Please tell me what you think. and I worked out their whole fight scene for them. They go, oh man, that was great. So that's how we shot the fight scene. But so those little things, no, I'm fine with it. I don't, if I was ever lucky enough to be able to do a big TV show like Supernatural or The Flash or something like that, that'd be great. But I would always look back where I got my start, because it used to be, I could say, oh, I did one movie. I did Twisted Illusion. Oh, I did one movie. Now I can say, if someone says, well, how many movies have you done? I can say I've done like 100 and I don't know. I think IMDb has me at 172, but a lot of my stuff hasn't gone up yet because it's from other filmmakers, and you try and let them do it because that's their business to put their movie up. It's not my business to go like Joe Davison. I'm not going to call him up and go, hey, you didn't put my link up for, daddy issues for South of Central. You want me to put that up for you? You let them do that. That's their job. So let them do that. So I probably got closer to 200 IMDb credits. But yeah, I'll always look back because it's for me, it's I don't know, it's a lot of fun, and it's cool to be when you're recognized for something, and then just of course for all the different things you get to do, and that's why I keep doing stuff, because a lot of times somebody will write me on Facebook and they'll go, hey, Mr. Wynkoop, I saw Dirty Cop No Donut. I loved it. Please don't ever stop making movies. I love your movies. And that's about the time I think, nobody gives a crap. I'm not going to make movies anymore, which I still will because it's in your blood. But the times that I go, nah, I don't want to do it no more, I get somebody from Facebook that goes, hey, man, I loved you in Creep or Dirty Cop No Donut or, just all the movies I've done. And that's what keeps me going. So no, I don't mind if someone's like, oh, he's called the king of the B movies, the B movies that suck. And people can look at it and go, no, they suck. But there's a lot of people that love these movies, and all I want to do is entertain somebody. That's why every day I'm on Facebook and I put out my happy birthday video to anybody that's a Facebook friend. And in the day, and the biggest I've got is like 30 birthdays in one day. And I'll sit back here in my office and I will send out 30 videos to these people, saying happy birthday. And I'm singing to them in different character voices like Clint Eastwood and Captain Kirk and Spock and the Hulk and Peter Lorre, Dirty Harry. And then people write me back about those too. And I'm not doing it to get recognized for that or anything. I'm doing it because I want to entertain somebody and I want to make them happy. And I want to, if I can make their day better and I can do it with a birthday video, then I want to do that. I want to make somebody happy and I want to make somebody laugh. And I feel the same way about my movies. I want to entertain them. They're not freaking Independence Day or Gone with the Wind, but there's still something you can sit down and watch and go, hey, that was pretty cool. I really enjoyed that. So, I mean, that's a long answer, but that's kind of how I really feel about it, because I want to entertain people and I'm okay with that title. King of the B movies is better than the Dumbass Down the Street title.
That's true.
You're like, hey, it's the Dumbass Down the Street. That's
Stop talking about bull.
Bad title. King of the B movies is a lot better than Dumbass Down the Street.
That's true. That's very true. But also, I mean, you've been in the business for so long, and to still give back to your fans, and because you get celebrities or people in movies now that they don't even want to take a picture because it's not the right angle, not the right lighting. You're sending birthday videos, and you're fully engaging with people that come up to you and recognize you. I think that's something that's not seen too much in celebrity. So I mean, I'm sure your fans do appreciate that, because they've had situations where they've gone up to someone and they got treated like they're a less than nothing. So I mean, I've been to cons and stuff, and I've seen it firsthand where there's certain people that do that to people. So it's very admirable of you to actually do that for your fans. So I definitely got to give you kudos for that.
I mean, everybody should be doing that with, I mean, and first of all, I don't have any fans. I'm not a celebrity. I'm just a guy that's trying to make it in the business. But everybody that's doing this should be good to the people that's coming up to them. And yeah, there can be people. One time a guy, it was down in Lauderdale. I think he really liked my wife, and he was just staying there an uncomfortably long time. I'm talking like for like 3-4 hours. And I finally had to say, hey, John, why don't you walk around and see what else is going on? No, I'll stand here with you. And I'm thinking, oh, buddy.
Yeah, you always get your
finally, I said, yeah, there's lots of stuff here. You should go see so-and-so in there, or so-and-so over here. And finally, I mean, nicest guy in the world, but it's too weird to have. I had other people, they can I come behind the table with you and sit? And I'm thinking, well, no, I'm kind of the guest here by the guy that runs it, I don't think I should be just taking you and telling you come back here and sit with me. But everybody that comes, even one guy came up and he goes, he didn't talk to me. He talked to my wife, Kathy, and he goes, "Is that your father?" And she goes, "No, that's my husband." Oh, okay. Because I think he wanted to like talk to her and flirt with her. And he was always like, "Do you have any Godzilla movies?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not in any Godzilla movies. These are my movies." "Oh, do you have Mecha Godzilla versus Godzilla?" And everything. No, man, I don't have any Godzilla movies. But I'm not mad at the guy. The guy's nice. He's coming up. I'm talking to him. But at the same time, then someone else will come to your table and you got to go, "Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, how's it going, man? Hey, how much are these movies?" You got to talk to them. And then the other guy's like, "You got any Godzilla movies?" And I'm like, "Look, I don't have any Godzilla movies, okay?" And then somebody else is coming up and they're going, "Hey, Mr. Wynkoop, what's going on?" I'm like, "Oh, hey, how's it going, buddy? How are you?" "Oh, yeah, hang on, man. Oh, yeah, so yeah, cool. So you want to get that? Oh, hang on a minute, man. No, I don't have any Godzilla movies."
Right. He just wants a Godzilla movie.
And I'm telling you, it works that way because I've seen him. I've been to a couple of conventions that he's been at, and I've
Wait,
seen.
Bull, keep talking. I got to step away for a minute.
All
Keep
right.
talking.
All right, yes, sir. Thank you. I'll just keep talking on my own show. Sure.
My show.
Your show. Sorry. But I've seen him actually, like, how that thing works. It's like people are just asking him, bombarding him with question after question after question about this and that, and then it was just
You gotta have the patience of a saint, I would think. To
well,
deal with
just some of these people, they dress out. I don't know if you've ever been to a convention or not.
Oh yeah,
but
I've been to plenty of them. They cosplay and all
Yeah.
that stuff, and they go. I love it. I mean, if you're that passionate about something, if it's horror movies or a character or a series or a movie or whatever it is, and you're able to bring that passion to life, man, I'm all for it, man.
Yeah,
So
go
these
for
people
it.
that dress up like and have 8 different outfits for 4 days worth of conventions,
Yeah.
if that's what's making them happy, man, by all means, go ahead and do it.
So what do you think about Joel?
Joel's cool, man.
Yeah.
I have some follow-up questions here for him.
All right, you're doing good,
when he
buddy.
does get back. Very, I can hear him a lot better than I can hear you.
Oh, sorry.
That's one thing. But yeah, man, I'm interested in learning more about the career and what's his favorite aspect of the filmmaking and
He's
any
a really
advice
good
you might
guy.
have, all these different things.
He's a really good guy. He's I've helped him out with quite a few films. So
Can we see Bull in one of Joel's films?
no,
Oh, you're a behind the scenes guy.
yeah,
There it goes.
No camera for you.
no camera for me.
Okay, you're not like
He tries to
douchebag
get
number
me.
4? Like,
No, he tries to get me in the films, and I'm like, just here to do lighting or sound or
yeah, man. But,
camera
I mean,
work.
if he has a horror film or something going on, throw on some makeup and be a zombie in the background or whatever, a masked killer or something.
I've done that before. I've acted at Busch Gardens at one time.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
done
Yeah. You told me that's how you got that
The eye injury.
messed up your head, right?
Oh, the eye
I just had to
injury.
go get something to eat. I got caught in the middle of everything.
Oh, okay. Sorry. We made Joel hungry on the show. No, we were just getting into the whole acting thing, and then we were talking about the eye injury at Busch Gardens, and then we were asked. I was asking him what you think, because when you interview Joel Wynkoop, this is what you get. You get Joel Wynkoop, and there's like I think a couple times when I've had him on the show before, I'm like, "Hey Joel, can we do like a really cool silent interview?" He's like, "Sure." And he gets on there and he's still Joel Wynkoop, and that's cool. That's what I like. Because this is what he is. Ever since I met the guy, he was really cool and down to earth. Sounds like I'm really hyping you up.
Oh, thanks, man.
Marking out there, Bull.
I remember the first time I met you too was at Hall Scream, and I said, "Hey, man, what are you doing way back up there?" I said, and then I looked at your shirt and I saw Bull, and I go, "Come up here with us." And you came right up, and then I introduced myself, and we became friends right then from that day one.
It was.
Oh, I thought you were trying to tell him to change the toilet paper because the roll was out.
Bro, I've never acted before. I have never done this. I was even surprised I got past the auditions.
Yeah, but you're a big hulking guy.
So,
it's like,
and
you
then
you got half the skin in the game right there, like, especially doing horror stuff.
Well, Bull, you played. I can't remember what we called him, Doctor Death or something. What is it? Doctor Corruption in Dead End.
Who? What was Doctor Corruption in Dead End?
Yeah.
Was that the guy, the one with the mask?
Yeah, that silver mask on.
Oh,
Because the
yeah.
actor, like 2 hours before, he calls me on the phone. He goes, "I'm sick. I can't make it." And I was like, "Man, I wrote the whole scene for you because you begged me to be in this, and now you're not going to come." And then I looked at you and I go, "You're doing this." And you're like, "I don't want to do it." And I go, "You put this mask on and do it." And you're like, "Okay."
Oh yeah, that was the one where you kind of freaked out because you thought that Kathy drove the knife through my eye.
Yeah, because Kathy and you worked it out, but you didn't. Nobody told the cameraman and myself. So that when the cameraman's shooting it and I'm directing it, my wife whipped up with this big 13-inch Bowie knife and she slammed it right down at Bull's head in the mask, just missing his face. And my cameraman was like, "Holy shit!" And I was like, "Oh my God, what did you just do?" She goes, "Oh, we worked it out. Everything's fine." I go, Don't ever do that again. Please give me a heart attack.
What
If
about
you moved
okay.
in the slightest, that would have ripped into your face.
It'll be all right. We could have fixed it. Couple,
It might have fixed it. I'm just kidding, Bull.
It might have fixed it. Yeah, might have made it look better. But yeah, we met at doing the Hollow Stream thing, and then didn't you play Santa one time?
Yeah, I don't usually say that because of kids, but I'm sure there's no kids listening.
Oh.
But yeah, I did that for 4 years at House.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Way to ruin things, Bull. Good job.
I
Man.
don't want to wreck anything for any kid, but there's probably no kids listening. It's 10 o'clock.
No, probably.
I hope not.
I hope not.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Wynkoop, you've got a new movie coming out, and if I can open up my computer here.
Yeah, I've been working on it since the beginning of this whole coronavirus invaded the United States. I'd say like, I don't know, first week in March or something. It started out as a joke. Now it's like huge.
The
So
Craig
is the
Lawn
title of the movie Joel D. Wynkoop's The Craig Lawn Incident, or is it The Craig Lawn Incident?
The Craig Line incident. And then there's Beast Mode too. We had to stop shooting that because of COVID-19.
Okay. So what is the if I pronounce it right, the Craig Lawn incident? What is that about?
That came up. It all came up as a joke.
How did
first night I
it
went outside
come up as a joke?
the house because I was bored and everything was going on. I told my wife, I said, just shoot me talking to the camera. Now I said, now move in front of the door and I'll move out towards the street more. Shoot me like I'm talking to myself. And I cut that together and I said, this is dumb. And then the next day I said, I'm going to shoot like an ending to it. And I said, oh, that's even dumber. And then I called my friend in New York and I go, Phil, you want to do a scene for me? He goes, yeah. And then I called my buddy in California and I said, you want to do a scene for me? And I started cutting these scenes together. And then before you know it, I was putting this whole movie together and Phil was out in New York and he was going into places he wasn't supposed to shoot to make me real cool scenes. And then then it started to turn into something where we were like, hey, this is pretty cool. And we were out shooting. And then I ended up renting Dry Creek for the day. It's just a Wild West town. And my wife and I went out there. We had the run of the whole place for the day. And we worked on the movie out there and a lot of action and shooting aliens and stuff. And I'm doing all the aliens myself because I can't work with any actors because it's this COVID-19 thing. So
you're shooting yourself. You're shooting as the alien.
Mm-hmm.
How many characters are you playing up to this point?
And then plus I'm playing different people in different scenes because that's the whole idea. Is because I can't have actors and get together. I had a few actors where I shot their scenes, but it's from like 20 feet away. And but the rest of them, I will double up. I think I played like 7 or 8 different, or 4 or 5 different people. Kathy's played like 5 or 6 different people. And then for this World Conference, which is the big scene, I got Debbie Rashan in it, and I'll have Lloyd Kaufman in it, and Sean C. Phillips, and Phil Herman, and all these, Nicola Fiore, and my wife Kathy Wynkoop, all these people that have done all these movies, they're going to be in this too. So it's it's going to be a pretty big,
a big.
Giant... I don't know. It should be a pretty big thing. I think it's going to be pretty cool. And then there's another guy shooting his movie called Alien. I think it's um, Alien Zombie Bloodbath or something like that. And he asked me to do a scene for him to put into his movie, and then he's gonna cut in his things, and then my character comes back to my movie, and he's like, "To shoot this for us, and then you can use our movie in your movie, and you'll be in our movie, and we'll be in your movie." And I said, "Yeah, okay." So I'm doing that next.
Boy, you're just a busy guy.
I'm trying to keep busy. I got to run and just get a beer. Can I be right back?
Oh, you sure? Yeah. Go ahead. Kind of go run and get a beer. This is what you get.
Hey, man. This is
So-
what we signed up for.
Yeah.
Live entertainment.
Joe Wynkoop
You
is
got to quench your thirst, too.
going to, I don't know what, I think I was eating peanuts, you know. But
Yeah.
The Craiglon incident that's coming out here soon in 2020. Just be looking out for that. And by the infamous Joel Wynkoop. Are you going to ask your follow-up questions here soon?
Yeah.
Okay.
After he's done drinking his beer.
Yeah. So that way, because there was a couple other stories we got to get to.
Yeah, man.
So,
I mean, we can have a couple down the pike.
okay.
Quick questions,
Yeah.
Unless you want to be like, cut it loose, whatever.
No, it's up to you, buddy. It's your show.
It's our show, man.
It's your show.
It's our show, brother.
All right. So while he's getting a beer, I guess we can talk about this other story about the homeless man begs for mercy during a brutal attack by New York City cop.
Yeah, I was trying to find the video on that. Is there audio or anything?
There is audio. I got to pull up the video here, see which one is playing. Here it is right here. Let's see if I can do this. I'm going to put him on mute. All right, so here we go. Let me unmute this. So this is the officers from his body cam, right? And
Okay.
he's signaling with his thumb to... You want me to try to send you the link to this?
I think I might have found it.
Okay.
Let's see.
So right
Is
now...
it on the subway?
Yeah. Guy with glasses.
Okay.
So
Yeah, he's got
So they
white glasses on. Yeah, I got it.
they exit him. Now in the article they said that the homeless guy was taking up 2 seats. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
But I'm looking at a video. Even if he is taking up 2 seats, there's no one on that damn train. Who gives
Yeah.
a shit?
Joe, what's up, my friend? Are you back now? Did you get your beer?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry. I probably I was out closing the park
Uh-huh.
when you first called me, and I said, "Yeah, call me in 30 minutes." But I was rushing to do all this stuff, and then dinner was coming, and I was like, "Oh, this probably wouldn't. I probably shouldn't have done this." I mean, it's fine now, but I don't want to hold you guys up.
No, you're cool. You're cool. We're enjoying your conversation. So we just didn't take up too much of your time either.
No.
So as I don't know, what are you eating? I'm watching him live via the Zoom, right? With his camera is on, and I don't know, it looks like a pizza or something. Is that a pizza you're eating?
Oh. Yes, it is. Here's a little Papa John's shout out for the shakaroni. This is my favorite now.
The shakaroni from
Shakaroni. Yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal. All right, so we were talking about the if I pronounce it right, the Craiglon incident, right?
Uh-huh.
And when is it supposed to come out?
Well, I put a closure on it for IMDb for August 24th, which is my birthday. I thought that'd be a nice birthday present to myself. And really, honestly, the movie's done. All the clips are done. They're sitting on my desktop. And Bull, of course, is doing some special effects for me. And but mostly a lot of it is already edited. All I have to do is start taking things and pulling them, dropping them in the timeline. The biggest thing I have left is the alien fight scene that I did at Dry Creek. I have a big scene for my character has to fight all these aliens, and the sheriff is there, and I tell the sheriff to leave while my character, and then my character's transformed into like this superhero, and then he meets another one of my characters from another movie I did called Battle Suit. He meets that character there, and then Kathy plays another character from another alternate dimension, and she's there fighting the aliens. And that we were there all day. We got there at 8 in the morning, and we shot from 8 to 5.
Wow.
And that's the next big huge thing I got to edit. And then I send the prop I'm using, the laser gun. They have to, it's all the same. It's the same weapon. And I send that to Sean C. Phillips. He's done a bunch of movies, Ghost Shark and Dead Ant and a whole bunch of movies like that. And I'm sending the gun to him, and then he's got to go out and shoot all his scenes where he's killing the aliens. But then he sends it back to me, and then I got to match my scenes here in Tampa to match his California scenes where he's like, when he shoots his laser gun and the laser comes out, I have to shoot the other part where the laser is still continuing and hitting the alien and killing him. So I have to do all that. And when that's done, and then this world conference, hopefully I'll be finishing this tomorrow, and I'm going to get, my wife's got, Kathy, she's got a big scene as Agent Shadow, and then Debbie Rashan, she's hopefully sending me her stuff tomorrow. She's doing Agent Crimson. And, but yeah, just a lot of big names in this. And by the time I finish, when that one's finished, then I'll get on the Dry Creek. Then I'll tighten up some stuff that here I can do around my neighborhood. I'm going to do, and then I'll be like, okay, that's as much as I'm going to do. Then I send the gun to Sean. He shoots his scene. I shoot the aliens from his scene, and then I think I just do my opening credits, my end credits, and if there's any little tie together things in between, I'll do that. But basically that should be it. So I'm hoping, to wrap it all up, at the end of August.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy is, I don't know where you get your time from, because you have a lot of stuff wrapped up in a small amount of time frame.
Yeah, how long this whole project take you time wise? Like
Craigline?
Yeah, Craigline from beginning to end.
Craigline, I've been pretty much, I don't know, I haven't too many. A couple of times I've told my wife, I go, I promise I'm not going to edit or anything. Let's just watch TV today. And I've done that. But a lot of the other times I'm back here editing from 8, 9 o'clock, or my wife and I'll spend the day together, and I go, okay, 10, I got to go on and start editing. And then I won't come off here till 6 in the morning. And, just trying to, put the scenes together. And like this one's got a lot, everybody's on a monitor screen like we're doing now. So I put their name up, and then I put monitor 12 or whatever. So I have to put those through for each character, and which is fairly easy, but I'm also in the meantime cutting up their scenes. So I had one actor, a friend of mine, Warren Madden, he just went on with his, and I was able to use pretty much all of it. I go, man, this is great. I didn't even script this. He just went off on his own. I go, this is great. And then Joe Davison, he was in Stranger Things. He was in season 2 of Stranger Things. He went off script but did a bunch of stuff. And he was like later, he goes, oh, that was okay. And I was like, are you kidding? I will master this stuff. You send me a bunch of stuff just going off the wall, I'll find a way to get that in the movie. And I do. And it's funny because he's funny. Oh, thanks, baby. And so that's and then Debbie Rashan, she's done like almost 400 movies. She's the queen of the B movies, and to have her in this too is exciting for me. And then I just shot with her last year when there was Tampa Bay Screams. Lloyd Kaufman, the president of Troma, he was coming as a guest. Debbie was coming as a guest, and I asked him. I wrote Debbie ahead of time. I go, Debbie, when you're going to be here, I'd like to put you in this movie. It's called Beast Mode. I said this. I'm not. I don't want to say I'm rushing, but if you're going to be here and Lloyd's, I'd like to pay you both to be in the movie. And she was like, yeah. So basically, long story short, they got there. I said, be up at my hotel room at 10. They got up there at 10. We shot till midnight. I bought them for 2 hours for Debbie and 2 hours for Lloyd. Got them done right on time because when my wife's with me, she keeps me on target. I had another cameraman. And I would tell him, Clint, I don't have time for that. Move on. We have to move on. We have to move on. And because I had him for those 2 hours, and I got done with Lloyd, paid Lloyd, had one of the guys walk Lloyd back to his room, got Debbie done, paid her, had one of the guys walk her back to her room. And then we were supposed to restart shooting again in March because there were 2 other movies going on that my crew was working on. So I had to wait, and we were supposed to start shooting in March, and then COVID-19 hit the United States. And I go, well, I don't think we're going to be shooting this movie because it's too hands-on. I'm like grabbing girls and throwing them against the wall and guys and throwing them in dumpsters. It was a throwback to my movie Creep from 1995, where I do a lot of physical, out of control stuff. And then I was like, oh, I can't do that now. And then, just like I said, that's how Craigline started, because just one night I said, just come outside and film me talking to myself. And that turned into the Craigline incident.
Wow, look at that's an amazing story. Joel, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it. For spending time to talk with us. I wish we could do longer, but Zoom is saying something about the meeting is about the end. So,
Wow. Yeah, Kathy did something for a group that she was a guest, and they kept saying Zoom is going to end. He had to go out and sign back in. I said, that's crazy.
All right. So before that happens, I just want to say thank you, Joel. Thank you for
Joel.
everything that you've done. Helped me out. I've helped you out. JoelWynkoop.com. Just check them all out. Go to IMDb. Check out this new movie, The Craigline Incident. And I can't wait till it comes out. And I'll be sending you that clip here soon, Joel, by the way. The one that I'm working on.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Bull. Yes, and thank you, Bull, for all your excellent work with my FX. And Bull, thank you. And Daniel, both of you, thank you very, very much. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
See you.
You too.
All right. So okay. So maybe, I don't know. It's saying that there's 7 minutes
Maybe
left.
Zoom wants money.
Well, you got to upgrade to Pro.
So you can have a certain meeting time, then they're like, oh, we're done, bitch, unless you give me some money.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. Because, I mean, what happens if, kids go to school and, they're doing all day?
They don't give a shit. They just want their money. Like every other corporation. They're like, oh, we can bank on this COVID thing. Give us our money.
So if we go out, do you want to rejoin back in?
We can. I mean, what time is it? Have we worked on about 2 hours or so? Or I don't know how long we've been on.
About an hour and 44.
Okay. I mean, I'll let that be your call. You're the one with the board and shit.
Well, I mean, it's up to you. It's how you feel.
Well, let's wrap up this story with the homeless man in New York.
Let's see what happens.
And we can call it a day.
All right, cool. I don't know why I don't know why. That's the first time I've ever seen that before.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either.
So it says remaining time 6 minutes. Let's see.
You're holding up the train for everybody. Step off or I gotta drag you off. Step off, I have to drag you off. Is you holding up the train for all these people trying to go home?
Why am I holding up a train when I'm sitting on here?
So he's sitting on an empty train, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I'm going to Brooklyn. No, I will not grab my stuff and get off. Don't touch it.
Okay, so the guy smacked his hand, the officer's hand away.
Get off of me.
Okay.
Not like it was sort of, hey, pushing your hand away from him. It was sort of like just, it's like a small little, hey, you're in my private space type of deal.
Right.
And so then the officer tried to get him again, and that's when the officer started punching him.
Well, I mean, as soon as you slap the officer's hand, the officer, that's assault
but
on a
that's
police
not.
officer
Is
that you
that
can
really
get charged with? So
now hold on, is that really assault though? I mean,
it's not. I mean, in the layman's terms, it's not. But by the
does it
definition of
deserve,
the law, it probably is.
But does it deserve a couple, hard knuckles to the side of the face?
No, it doesn't deserve, in my opinion. Now, I might have cop friends or people in law enforcement that I know that might disagree with me, but 2 right hooks to the face, no. I mean, you're supposed to just get them contained and then put cuffs on them, and that's it. You're not supposed to fucking jack them in the mouth.
That's twice. What this guy did. He jacked the guy right in the mouth.
Yeah, I just saw the video now, and he did 2 clean right hooks right into the guy's mouth.
Yeah.
And honestly, like I said, what's he disturbing on the train? The train looked empty to me. It might have been a handful
it was
of
empty.
people. Like, what was the start of it? What started the whole confrontation?
I want to say because they were saying the guy was taking up 2 seats.
Get the fuck out! I mean, if on an empty train, the guy can lay down. Who gives a shit?
trying to see where it comes up here because I just watched the body cam over there.
Oh, gotcha.
Carter City Magistrate Attorney says Vance is charging the homeless man with felony assault for allegedly slapping the officer's hand away while the cop tried to cuff him. Was asked that his last name not be mentioned because he fears retaliation. Left the homeless shelter with his belongings and a few tote bags. He got tired of waiting for a bed. Goes on to say the officer Shumel Shah said he was over occupying more than one seat on a near empty number 6 train.
All right.
Joseph left the car and moved to the next one to get away from the cops.
Yeah, he's in charge with the assault, like we said, for smacking the officer, even though in layman's terms it's not really an assault. It's like get off me kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So then it becomes resisting arrest on top of that too. I mean, the officer didn't have to punch him in the face, but as a human being, if someone did that to you, you might have the same reaction, especially if you guys get kind of heated in the beginning. But this is where, again, training should come into play. They need more training to where this might happen. So, don't punch the guy in the face. Get him to the ground, put the cuffs on him, and drag him off the train.
But I mean, does it? I don't know. Does it deserve all that though? Because the guy just took up more than one spot.
No, I mean, if I was a cop, see, I'd be one of those cops that if I got called for this, I'd go onto the train, I'd look around, see that no one's on the train, and be like, I did my job. I checked on it. The guy's fine.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing.
So, but I mean, if
we don't know the underlying situation, we don't know anything that happened before the video. So all we got to go by is the actual video and what's reported.
Yeah, but still, though, I mean, that's.
Yeah, I mean, I don't agree with punching the guy in the face. There's better ways of handling it. But, again, the cop may have a hair trigger temper. He may not have enough training. He may have had a bad day. Who knows? But this homeless guy took the brunt of it.
And, just for having too much stuff and taking too big of a spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it goes for.
It's a shitty situation overall. Unnecessary.
So, any other COVID news that you have?
Not really. I just, like I said, I didn't want to get too much into it because we had a whole show about it, and a couple of weeks ago, and we've been doing the Trump COVID thing and DeSantis COVID and this, that, and the other. So I try to keep it light on that. I may keep like stats, how many cases, beds available, so that people are just informed of what the stats show.
That's fine too.
I mean, unless some big breaking news happens, and we probably won't touch on it, because I'm sure you're tired of hearing about it.
No, I'm cool with it, man. I give you a hard time, man, just to give you.
No, I know a lot of people do. It's all right. Fuck all you. All you can talk about it.
All right. So do you want to jump on here, or do you want to just end it from here? Do you want to jump on a new one or just end it?
No, we can end it here. I mean, got one thing I do want to talk about next show is maybe adding some games or some bits on there. Maybe get some stickers made up, and I could play for a listener if we have a listener call in. But that's something we could talk about next week.
All right. We'll chit chat about it. See what we can come up with. Bulls Radio Lounge. Thank you for joining us, Belly. Thank you.
Thank you, sir,
for hosting it. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
Truly Rocks, thank you for all what you do behind the scenes. And I don't know what's going to end, but it's going to end soon. So they don't give me a timer up here. So thank you guys. Bulls Radio Lounge, Bull and the Bartender Show. It is off the cuff. Not off the cuff. There's gut check. And I think we just lost the meeting. All right, so gut check without Belly. With Belly. Gut check with Belly. I like that. Anyways, gut check live. We'll see you next Tuesday. Hopefully we'll have the Zoom meeting for a little bit longer. And we'll go on from there. So thank you so much. Tuesday, don't forget, it is confirmed that Manson, Mike Waters, will be on Bull and the Bartender Show once again at 8:30. So you want to stay tuned to that Bull and the Bartender Show on Tuesday nights. Bulls Radio Lounge. This is Gut Check Live. We'll see you next Sunday.
She is one sexy girl, full of mystery. She says she doesn't love me, she likes my company. For now, that's good enough for me. Oh my, 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 it's a beautiful world. I like swimming in the sea. I like to go out beyond the wide breakers, where a man can still be free, or a woman if you are one. I like swimming